welcome to Whakatū Nelson. I'm with Phil. He's here for the campaign Climate Roadshow. He's also supported by ACE and XR. How's it going, Phil?
Well, delighted to be here. Tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou katoa. It's lovely to be here in Nelson, Whakatū. And we've come from Bluff. We started on the 14th in September in Bluff. We've been in the Cardrona Hotel, we've been at the Oamaru Steampunk HQ, and we've been at the Cathedral Square in Christchurch, and now we're here at the Cathedral in Nelson. 2 days' time we'll be in Wellington, and we'll be meeting the group that's come all the way from Cape Reinga through the North Island, all the way to Wellington. Yeah, so awesome. It's great.
Sounds like you're visiting some iconic spots. What's been the highlight?
I think the Westport one the hospitality was wonderful. We're really thrilled with the Westport people, and lovely to be here too.
Awesome.
Yep.
What are your objectives?
Right. Well, the three goals of the climate, the Roadshow for Climate are the same goals that are Extinction Rebellion's goals and shared by ACE, the Aotearoa Climate Emergency. Those are a declaration of climate emergency by Parliament. We managed to get Nelson, the first city in New Zealand to make a declaration of climate emergency, but we couldn't get it through Parliament last year. So one of the goals is to put that on the election agenda as something that the parties are talking about. So I'm hoping that in the remaining month we'll have more pressure towards on the parties to actually say where they stand on a climate emergency situation that many cities in New Zealand have already declared, and regional councils. A total of 76% of New Zealand are covered by one declaration or another already, but Parliament has not done it. The second thing is the Citizens' Assembly on Climate. I've got some leaflets here about it. It's policy of the Extinction Rebellion. It's also something which we'd like to see done by our government, funded by our government, a Citizens' Assembly at the national level, and there may be local governments that would like to do Citizens' Assemblies on climate issues themselves. So we've got those. We've got a policy on involving the public in climate decisions. These are really big decisions. These are tough decisions. When the French tried to do it at the government level, they ended up with a big yellow vest reaction. So what we're saying is we need to get the public involved in these decisions so as to avoid having that kind of backlash situation. So we need the public involved and a public consensus. And finally, what we want to see is the recovery from the pandemic, seen as a chance to build towards a green, sustainable economy. So those are the three goals of the Roadshow: climate declaration of emergency, Citizens' Assembly on climate, and a sustainable green recovery. So that's what we're about, and obviously if we can put that on the political agenda in the remaining month, we'll be happy. We think that the pandemic decisions have all been taken. It doesn't matter which government's elected, it's not going to change. The COVID emergency the pandemic's been contained. We really need to move forward and look at the next thing, and the next thing has got to be climate change, which could be far more disruptive than a pandemic. And of course, the sooner the better that we get onto it. Thank you very much for attending the welcome. The other next thing to do would be to do a little interview with local people on climate change issues, and I've got Aaron here. We'll talk to Aaron about that in a moment.